What's up, everyone? Back for another beer review here on the Beer Patrol. The fridge is turned on behind us, and fuck that fridge.
No one's gonna.
Does a good job. You can't hear it. If you can, whatever. Once again, joined by the FLX boys, Dan, Mike. Links in the description box to. Sorry, let me rein that in. Link in the description box to their YouTube. Go check them out. Great guys. Deserve more views, more subs, the whole nine. Probably not. I'm just saying that. But today we are reviewing a beer that was generously given to me by a very good friend of ours.
Okay.
Steven.
Yeah, I know that.
Steven, yeah. Steven, great dude, has hooked us up with numerous beers. We've hung out with him. We've done reviews here, right here in
Great
your.
guy. He's been here.
He's been in the kitchen.
We drank
Tree House beers.
broken bread with him.
We've done it all. And last time he came, he had a whole truckload of beer. I was like, I just pick whatever, $4 a can or whatever it was. And I was just like, okay.
He's throwing around super rare bottles. It's like,
a little bit aged, but so I saw this and I was like,
Yingling?
it's a fucking Tree House Brewing Company.
Ooh, I was wrong.
And they're out of Charlottetown, Massachusetts, and this is their Weizenbock. Oh, do it. Show it, but you can put it. No, turn it sideways.
Boom!
Yeah,
Look at that!
That's my channel. I want it all centered at all times. And so this is a German Weizenbock.
Logistics.
Weizenbock. I said Weizenbock. It's with an accent at the end instead of CKS. But it's 8.2%. Alcohol by volume. I don't know the IPUs because I don't do any research when I come over and hang out with these guys because fuck it.
He follows everything.
So the age on this, it says, so what's cool, and this is a rarity with Treehouse stuff, it has a canned on date and a best by date.
Oh, wow.
Ooh, so it was canned on, there's a hair on the bottom, no big deal. It was canned on 10/14/21.
Okay.
Which makes this just over 7 months, about 7.5 months old.
Okay.
But it has a best by of July 14th, so we're about 6 weeks away.
All right, then.
We should be fine. German Weizenbock, they have a spiel, but it's Treehouse, so no.
I'm not reading that. Do you have expectations for this?
I'm hoping it's good, because... Good sir! Good sir! Good sir!
Oh, that was fantastic.
Sir! Good sir! There is some shit going on outside. It's the Beer Patrol.
You were worried about the fridge?
Who the fuck cares?
Oh,
I gave him more because fuck me. But
yeah, it was all over here.
A little bit. Well, I mean, he moved the goddamn glass.
Okay.
Anyway,
I got you.
all right. So anyway,
so that
looks like
fantastic.
melted down caramel.
Whoa, it certainly does.
And my head said, "What up, dogs?" and then left.
Pieced right out.
Yeah, there are a little bit of alcohol legs,
and it won't come back.
No, it said, "Fuck you guys."
No,
can't condition these nuts.
That.
Yeah, it looks like melted down caramel. It looks like, you know what this actually looks like?
Yes,
More of like one of those old school old ales or English style barley wines that Matt goes crazy about. I want it to look like doodle water, and he's 73 years old, and I'm drinking time.
It looks like flat cola.
That's my doo-doo water jams.
It looks good.
Yeah,
It looks like flat cola, but yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Ooh.
This is big on cherry and dark fruits, sweeter fruits,
Stone fruits.
Wow, that's it. So you guys have had raisins,
yep, raisin.
dates, maybe some date. This to me is much different than an authentic, a lot of authentic German Weizenbock. So you gotta remember, this is like a Doppelbock, but I think the majority of it's wheat.
Okay.
Weizenbock.
I was gonna say because I get a lot of those wheat beer aspects in there.
Yeah, there's a little
yeasty,
bit.
kind of bready.
But instead of going real heavy on the caramel, bready, whatnot, this is more of that dark stone fruit.
So I get bready, but no caramel, none of that sweet aspect. It's not like a sweet bread or
things
anything.
like that, yeah, or like a brown bread.
Yeah.
It smells sweet though, a little bit sweeter than I thought. You guys have had a couple different Doppelbocks, right? You've had the Iron Celebrator. Mm-hmm. Have you had the Corbinian from Weihenstephan?
Corbinian, one from Rohrbach, if that counts.
So this is going to be slightly different with the wheat leading the way.
Mm-hmm. All right.
I'm definitely
I'm in uncharted.
Yeah, I mean it's.
There's a little bit of a slight spiciness, I would think, coming from the hops.
I guess my mind is just discombobulated because it's just like I'm getting that Doppelbock thing, but then I'm getting that wheat thing.
It's like someone took a Hefeweizen and mixed it with a Doppelbock type of thing.
I was gonna say because I'm getting a little estery kind of thing to it.
Yeah. There's definitely that phenolic, like almost like spiciness, like a clove or something that you would get.
Like a cinnamon rum bread.
Yeah. Cinnamon would be another way.
Yeah.
It smells. It just smells good, but like because I've drank quite a few Doppelbocks recently.
Apple.
A little bit of apple. I'm not getting this much apple. It smells boozy though. It has a little bit like when you said rum.
Just a
what
bit.
Was the ABV?
A2.
A smooth rum.
But I feel like if you're going for an older school, like authentic German style, like once you start getting to the 8s, like the booze is something that you notice in those styles.
Okay.
It smells pretty good.
I agree. It smells
good, boys. Cheers. Thanks again, Steve.
Yeah,
I think it's Steven. If it's someone else, I'm done fucked up. That's real nice. Now, see, you can tell it's a Weizenbock as opposed to a Doppelbock. I'm getting the more of the phenolic, clovey, Hefeweizen kind of feeling on the palate. Like you can the yeast profile you can taste.
Right.
Where in Doppelbocks you don't get it as much. Like it's not as noticeable.
Like to me, this is like if I didn't know what this was and someone just poured it and said, "Here, take this," like I would think, "Oh, it's a dark Hefeweizen."
And that's primarily what they are, like an imperial dark Hefeweizen.
Okay.
More or less.
I definitely get a clove, raisin, dark fruit with the little sweeter malts now kind of showing up.
Yeah, the brown bread, a little bit of caramel and toffee. I like it.
This is pretty.
It's unique.
Yeah, it's unique. It's pretty cool though because I've slowly been evolving into buying or spending more time in the foreign import section.
I'm pretty.
And getting more Hefeweizens.
I'm pretty sure, and I could be wrong because I'm not a fucking guru, but Weihenstephaner, they make a Vitis, and I believe that is a Weizenbock.
Okay.
And I reviewed that on the channel. Really good. I don't think this compares to a T, but it's kind of in the realm of that. So if you guys want to try something that is like a Vitis from Weihenstephaner, Vitus.
Okay.
He says that so good. We just Americanized that when we did that Corbinian just so terribly.
What,
so we'll go ahead and give that Vitus a try.
Weizenbock
from
Weizenbock.
Weihenstephaner.
Okay.
No, but
we do what we can.
There is a little bit of booze. You get a little bit of booziness on the palate. It has like a semi-dry finish. It's very well balanced. Not really any warming in the chest though. 8.2, just more on the palate, I think. It's nice. Here's I enjoy watching them try to figure it out because again, this is a style they're not familiar with, and I've had a decent amount. But it is kind of a mindfuck. Even if you're this is fucking pretentious beyond belief. If you are a seasoned craft beer drinker, if you dive into any style that you're unfamiliar with, you have to process it because it's something you haven't tasted. So this is very different than a Doppelbock. It says Weizenbock. I've had Bocks before, but that wheat component, bringing in that phenolic yeast thing, it switches up the entire palate to the point where you're like, this is something I haven't experienced before. If it's not, it's not familiar.
If it makes sense, it's coming off to me like an after dinner beer, but not a dessert beer.
Yes, that's the beautiful thing about most German styles is they're balanced extremely well. Where you're not going to pick up something like this and be like, it's so super sweet and sickly sweet. It's a dessert beer. I can only have 3 or 4 ounces. I easily crush that can.
It's coming off like that cup of coffee you would have in between dinner and when they bring out the pie or something like that.
Yes.
You're sipping on this while you're waiting for them to bring out the pecan pie.
And you're sipping it to contemplate it and figure out what you're tasting.
Yeah.
As more, but at the same time, I could easily drink cannabis.
So how is the body like for you?
For 8.2%, it's
I mean, with the style,
it might be a bit thin for me.
Okay. All right.
It's like medium body. I'd like to see maybe medium.
Now I noticed like with all the head disappearing, like it's not completely flat when you drink it. There's
there's carbonation. There's a decent amount of carbonation, but I will say, I don't know if it has something to do with can conditioner or not. Most Weizenbocks I've had, they have their head retention and everything. So I don't know. Right. I don't know. Something's wrong there, but like I don't think it affects the carbonation that much. This is like, I'd say mild to moderately carbonated, approaching moderate carbonation, but I think I wouldn't want to see this moderately
I
carbonated.
think it's a pleasant carbonation.
Oh, excuse me.
I think-
like where- yeah, there you go.
I think it's a touch thin. I think the carbonation's fine. I think the appearance should be better with the head retention, but the taste I think is nice. You get caramel, toffee, brown bread. Like you get the phenolic yeast, the clovey thing, a little bit of dark fruit, stone fruits. It's good.
I just being so unfamiliar with it, it's like I don't know where I would even want this to go to be better, or if I think something would make it worse.
I think
I'm
it's
enjoying
nice, but having authentic German ones, it pales in comparison to some of the better ones for me. But it's still, as far as an American brewery's take on it, it's a good job.
Well, see, this is nice though, because we didn't start from the top like we did with that damn Doppelbock.
Yeah, okay.
We started from the
Yeah.
king shit of, you know.
Yeah, so everything after that's going to be...
You guys can think about ratings while I'll read the spiel on the side here. It says, expertly crafted, Restless is a rich tradition and delicious. It says, to make it, we combine wheat, a complex assortment of German specialty malts and noble hops before fermenting it at the hands of a traditional top-fermenting Weiss yeast. It is then re-fermented in a can to produce a velvety texture that, I wouldn't say velvety, that would otherwise be impossible to achieve because you didn't. at least not in our can. Combining the best elements of a traditional Doppelbock and a Weiss beer, it says it carries rich malt complexity and character with notes of brown bread, nailed it, molten toffee, fuck the molten part,
Yeah,
the
no,
toffee,
toffee, yeah.
dark fruit, yes,
Yep.
and mild yeasty phenols.
Yeah, okay.
Damn.
We know what we're talking. We don't.
It's almost like we've done this before, but...
man.
But yeah, I think outside of the
Yeah, I think I'm with Treehouse though. Jay Peterman strikes again.
The urban sombrero.
Oh my god. The best part is I watched Seinfeld the entire thing recently, so beautiful, get the references. And remember. But yeah, I think outside of the velvety texture and the molten toffee,
Yeah.
they pretty much got what they go. It's so rating. We'll start with Mike, because you're in the middle. Stop in my middle with you. No. Copyright strike.
It's weird because like the whole time I'm thinking, I'm like, I don't even know where to rate this. Like I don't know what I'm basing it on. But then you're saying we started at the top with Doppelbocks. It's like
Remember on my channel, I think it's usually similar. Always rate to personal preference,
Yeah,
and not to style.
I mean that's where I was kind of going with that. It's like I have to kind of rate it on personal preference, and I mean I'll give it a 4-1.
Nice. How about you, Dan?
3-5.
Okay. I'm right with you. Yeah, I think a high 4 is again having mine's gonna be a little different, but not really because. Well, what do you say?
I was gonna say I would just throw it out there that I've just begun enjoying Hefeweizens. Like typically that was my kryptonite, the beer I just couldn't stand.
And same thing with Doppelbocks. You've just started diving into some Doppelbocks
Right.
too. So the marriage of the two.
I think
it's
it's
fresh for you.
Yeah.
I got it. Yeah, no, I think everyone.
I think that's a good marriage though, because like coming from a place where it's like Hefeweizens, it's like no, I don't want Hefeweizens. When you marry a style like this, it makes it easier and kind of ushers you into going. Maybe I do like some of the Hefeweizen notes.
The biggest difference from what I have experienced between a Weizenbock and a Doppelbock is the phenols, the clove spiciness that you get. That's pretty much the difference between this and Doppelbock. Because the Doppelbock has all of that brown bread, caramel, toffee, dark fruits. It just doesn't have that yeast kind of grip on you.
Right.
And that's what you're tasting here. So I go 4-1, maybe 4.05. It's good for American brewery, but having authentic ones, I can say that those are still, they set the standard.
I feel a little cheated. We've come this far, Mike, to be on the Beer Patrol's channel, and we don't even get the rating. You know,
Oh, that? Yeah. Not too bad. Nice. No.
I'm going to give this beer
I'm going to give this beer a negative 37 out of 10.
I was trying to go logistics.
I love you, Mike. Price and availability, I think I just gave Steven like $5 for every can he gave me. I'd imagine these are
Steal for
probably $4 or $5 at the brewery, and they have like 4 or 5 different locations in Massachusetts.
in like a 2 square mile.
Yeah, they
radius.
have one in like Connecticut. I don't know, but if you want Treehouse stuff, you got to go to the source, one of their breweries, or I think they have like a brew pub or whatever. But speaking from experience, Treehouse makes some good fucking beers. So.
And this was really fun to try.
It's fun. That's what we were talking about, like what I was going to bring, and I was like, hey, I still have that Weizenbock from Tree House. Let's do something non-hazy. And
Oh!
here we are. So appreciate Steven hooking us up with this one. Appreciate everybody
Or
stopping
whoever
by.
it was.
I think it's Steven. If not, like I said, it's on
Okay,
me.
then thank you, Steven.
It's on me. But Dan, Mike, FLX, link to their YouTubes. Go over there, and then they can link you to 1,200 other different social media sites and bombard you with all the information you never wanted.
People on YouTube like to read. That's what they're there for.
I feel like Sean. I'm looking at
What are you doing?
He goes on my channel. No one cares. No one cares. Everyone goes, oh yeah, that's a 12-minute review. I'm going to watch the first 83 seconds.
Yeah.
But thanks again, Steven. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks.
Till the next one.
Cheers.
Cheers. 8.2%. Didn't talk about that. Hang on. Don't stop it.
It's over.
8.2%,
It's over.
you motherfucker.